A very good afternoon to you once again from the sports desk. Now, following the disappointment of missing the Tokyo Paralympic Games, South Africa wheelchair tennis sensation Alwande Sikhosana has set new signs for the coming year, and that is playing at the 2024 Games in Paris. Skhosana has an opportunity of making that dream a reality through the upcoming African Para Games in Ghana. Now, the winner of the Games, which take place from the 3rd to the 12th of September in Accra, is guaranteed a place at the Paralympics, and Skhosana is excited about the prospect that the universe has presented to him. Newzroom Afrika sport reporter Vuyo Macoba caught up with the top seed at his final training session before jetting off to Ghana.
The wise will tell you that if at first you don't succeed, you dust yourself off and try again. And that is the case with South African wheelchair tennis player Alwande Sikhosana, who has dusted himself off from the disappointment of not being part of Team South Africa at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. He's looking ahead to the 2024 Paralympic Games in Paris. He's going into the African Para Games with that sharp focus. He joins me now as part of his final preparations on home soil before he jets off to Ghana. Alwande, appreciate your time on Newzroom Afrika. Let's start with that disappointment of slightly missing out on Tokyo Paralympic Games. You've had to overcome that disappointment to this point, but you're kind of looking sharp. Are you feeling good at this point?
Well, first, thanks for having me. And yeah, well, it was quite a disappointment because, you know, I thought that was going to be my debut for Paris, and I actually just missed it by a few sports due to not being able to participate, play tournaments on that year because of COVID. So yeah, it was a very tough year for me, but I definitely picked myself up, got over it, and, you know, started building up again. And here we are now in preparation for another opportunity to be part of the Paris Paralympics in 2024.
Talking about opportunity, one that is presenting itself now is through the African Para Games, a first for wheelchair tennis in the continent. How important is that? Because we do know that if you want to make it to the Paralympic Games, you are either going through your ranking or you're going through a wild card. But here's a third opportunity now that is presenting itself for African players to book themselves a spot at the Paris.
Like you're saying, before it used to just be a ranking or you get a wild card. So having a third opportunity to book yourself a spot in the Paralympics is definitely more than what you could ever ask for. And I think for me as a top, you know, athlete in Africa, or the top wheelchair tennis player in Africa, also motivates me to know that I have 3 chances, you know, to book my spot in the Paralympics. So definitely it's such a good thing, and I'm very appreciative for everything.
Let's talk about 2023 for you. Just came back from Austria, but you've had trips to Belgium, you've had Spain, you've had Germany through this year. How has that prepared you for this moment?
Looking at the tournaments that I played, started off with World Team Cup, which was the first tournament after 6 months after not playing any tournament, and I actually got some incredible results which I never expected. You know, took the world number 7 to a 3rd set, and that was for me a good credit I could ever give myself. And then yeah, the rest of the tournament I also got like to the semi-finals, got wins over the top 20 players. So I felt like I really got results which I never expected, and it also helped me to get match fitness, which is something I've been lacking over the past years. So, you know, playing a lot of tournament helped me to, you know, kind of like know where I am, where I'm standing with my game, and what is it that I need to work on.
You're also getting the guidance from Coach Gerald, somebody who understands the game. What has been his advice for you at this point, going into the African Paras, which you're going in for the first time, but also looking ahead at the biggest task, which is, you know, the World Para Games?
Well, you know, Coach Gerald, I think the best advice he actually gave me was I need to first know who I am as a player, you know, and just believe in myself, because I'm the top athlete in the continent. So I need to take that confidence with, and just try to be focused. You know, definitely there's a lot of pressure on me as a top athlete in the continent, because everyone wants to beat me, you know. Everyone's goal is to win against me, and me being aware of that, and me, you know, accepting that that's everyone's goal, and, you know, we're all battling for the medal, gold medal. So I'm just going there, to just do what I do best and try, handle the pressure the best way I could ever do.
When we talk about your history in playing wheelchair tennis in the country, Leon Els's name always comes up because that's the first guy that you sort of made a mark with back in 2017 when you beat him at the Soweto Open. You are leaving with him, going to Ghana. What kind of strength does it bring for you, especially the fact that you'll be playing in doubles together, African Paras?
I think Leon, over the past month, few weeks, he's actually done very well. He had a major win, I think probably his biggest win in his career, and also won a tournament in Romania. So that also brings confidence to me to say, what, I have a strong doubles partner. And knowing him as a fighter, he grinds and he has a good spirit. And I think we've played doubles a couple of times also at the World Team Cup. We played doubles, and we actually, for a pair like us, because we only had 3 players and we're able to finish in the 11th position, I think that was a good result. So yeah, I'm actually going there with full confidence to knowing that we're actually going to do good.
At this stage of wheelchair tennis, it seems like it's in a healthy space when you look at the success that some of your mates have received. Recently, Donald Rampadi, Kgothatso Montjane at Grand Slam level. How motivating is to see that from your compatriots, and also giving you that sense of, I need to put up my hand as well and be counted as one of those who has put South African wheelchair tennis on a good continental level, but also on a best world stage?
Well, definitely that motivates me a lot. Not just them winning, but also knowing that we train at the same facilities. I rub shoulders with them almost every day. And, just for them to bring that inspiration close to me, it really motivates me a lot to know that I'm next. And also just them sharing their experience and, basically, I would say living my dream. It does motivate me a lot, and like I'm saying, I also see myself in one of the sport in a year or a few years to come. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing, and also just to have more than one South African athlete doing well at the Grand Slam levels, it's just a very motivating thing to me.
South African wheelchair tennis player Alwande Sikhosana, he's heading to the African Para Games, which will be taking place in Accra, Ghana, from the 3rd to the 12th of September. Alongside him will be his compatriot, Leon Els. Of course, the bigger picture is trying to book that sport at the Paralympic Games in Paris 2024. We wish them all the best at the African Paras. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Vuyo Macoba at the Tuks Tennis Center in Pretoria.